Welcome back to the Bluegrass on this beautiful September afternoon. I'm out working on my adventure area, and we've been having a big time with my tractor and my grapple and my mower, and also my adventure partner for the day. Looky here. This is Baker. Baker is a toy Micro Doodle, and she is an awesome adventure partner because she can just fit in my haversack and ride on the tractor. And then when we get to where I'm working, she can get off and go adventure. And then when I'm ready to go, I just pick her up, put her back in the sack. Now you might say, Stonnie, well, I thought you were a lab kind of guy. Well, sure I am. I think all dogs want to be labs and all labs want to be black, but that doesn't mean that I don't have a fond place in my heart for a dog that'll fit in a sack, right? All right, so what we're doing out here today is we are working on getting some trails ready for people to come visit us. This is a lot of you are familiar with our pre-adventure area. So basically at my kennel, we work on basic obedience at my main facility. And then we have an adjacent part of our facility we call the pre-adventure area. And then when the dogs are good off the leash, we bring them over here to our farm, which we call our adventure area. We're mowing paths and working on developing us a nice little trail system down to the river. Our farm's got some flat ground, then it goes up a bluff. And we'll walk up on top of the bluff here in a second. But this is kind of what you see when you get up here. And then we have a lot of little paths that kind of go off through the woods, and there's a lot of maintenance to that. So I'll put Baker down. Oh, come here, nerd. And listen, you know, somebody had emailed me and they were like, well, Stonnie, how can I have a little dog? I like to go out. I'm worried about coyotes and hawks and stuff. Well, guys, I'm out in the woods all the time. You know, and as long as you're out during the daytime and you're making plenty of noise, your dogs ain't in too much danger, I don't think. I'm not saying that kind of stuff never happens, but it ain't never happened to me. But there is Baker in all her coyote fighting glory, and I trust her fully to be able to stay safe. One of the good things about Baker is I got her at a young enough age where she really, when I brought her out here the first time, she was worried a little bit. And so I would just walk away from her whenever she would get distracted, and she kind of figured out pretty quick that she had to follow me around. You know, a lot of you guys with recall problems, you just didn't take your dogs out when they were young and take advantage of the fact that they really needed you back then. You start taking them out when they're in mid-adolescence in the boundary testing phase and expecting them to just come and like be ready to leave doing what they want to do at your beck and call. But think back to when you were a teenager. Did you want to do what your mom said? No, of course not. All your good habits by the time you're a teenager were established in your formative periods. So I'm going to walk over here, let Baker come. I'm just kind of chunking this field, making sure some of this bigger stuff doesn't stay in my mower. And kind of the point I want to make to you today is that the best kind of learning, small dog, big dog, medium-sized dog, whatever it is learning by doing, okay? Notice how I'm not micromanaging Baker. I'm just kind of watching her out of the corner of my eye. And then you guys, you'll see down here, there's my side-by-side. Now, somewhere around my side-by-side is my daughter. And I follow the same rules with my daughter. You know, I got a little girl, I treat her like she's a mature human being. I bring her out in the woods and I say, don't go so far, I can't holler for you. So what has she done? I think she might be over there reading. Okay, come over here, cameraman. Let's see what this child is doing. Are you over here reading a book? That's okay. Yeah. What you reading?
Keeper of the Lost Cities.
Let me see. Keeper of the Lost Cities. Okay. Now listen, that's when you know you got a good daughter. When like you tell her she can go do whatever she wants to do, and she goes getting side by side, but instead of taking off and driving fast, she reads a book. That makes me sleep a lot better at night. All right, but kind of show them what we got here, cameraman. This is what all we're cleaning out here, guys. And again, notice how I'm walking. I'm walking head up, eyes out, and I'm not like actively searching and worrying about where Baker is, because I know like she's not going to be far. And if I call her, she should run pretty fast. And on these faster recalls, I selectively reward those with something special. Okay, cameraman, if you want to kind of go down that way, we'll go down here and see if Baker and I can navigate up some of these woods. and get to the top of the bluff. Now, what I'm going to do while I'm walking around is I'm periodically going to look for obstacles in my environment and see if I can get Baker to conquer them. And I'll try to find something where the cameraman can see us pretty easy. We got an old log down here. This will work fine. So watch, I'm going to walk off in the woods. Again, notice, head up, eyes out. I'm just going about my business, making myself look interesting, and so the dog wants to follow me. Guys, dogs don't like to follow naggers. Nobody likes a nagger. Dogs like to follow people that know where they're going. So I knew I was going to come down here on this log. Come on, Baker. And I'm going to see if I can't get her to get up on top of this log. Now see this part here, it might be a little bit high. So I'm going to go down here to the low end. Come on, babies, you can do it. Let's see if you can do it. Get up on that log. Oh my gosh, what a smart dog. Very nice. And what I'd like to do, set myself a little goal. Always set yourself goals that are challenging, but not so challenging that they're likely to induce failure. But I'd like for her to walk. Come on, nerd, you can do it. I would like for her to walk along this log and maybe even turn around. Oh my gosh, look, there's a treat. Come on, you can do it. There's a treat. There's a treat. Let me see if you can get this far. If you can get this far, we can turn around. Now here's the key. Going in a straight line ain't too hard. Getting them turned around. Oh my gosh, she fell off. But she's a trooper. Good, so we need to work on that turning around a little bit. Let me see if I can get her to turn around. We'll go there, good. All right, now if you ever get yourself in a situation where like something a little bad happens, like that right there, dog takes a little spill, immediately act like nothing's wrong, you know, treat it like a horse, fall off the horse, get right back on. Very nice. If you have a go to pieces, for sure, your dog's gonna have a go to pieces. And always think about this, if the dog's hurt, it's hurt. You having to go to pieces ain't gonna help any. So always be calm, always model the behavior that you wanna see. Okay, all right, let's see. Cameraman might not be able to walk up this hill backwards. So, cameraman, go this way, right here. Go back down that trail, and I'll find you a nice, easy way to follow us up on top of the bluff. Come on. Now notice again, I took off walking. Might give her a little bit of encouragement every once in a while, but nothing big. If I notice her getting distracted, I'll hide behind a tree. And then she'll look up and she'll be like, hey, where's Stonnie? Where's Stonnie? Very nice. If she goes over there towards the cameraman, this is a great place for me to show you what I'm talking about. I kind of, oh, didn't even get a chance to. See how that works? Ain't that neat? Very nice dog. Now, a lot of people come visit me and they think they like to go outside and they think that they like nature, but nature's kind of brutal sometimes. And so our paths used to be real narrow, and then people would get scratched up and they'd get poison ivy and spider bites and stuff. And so one of the things we're really working on this fall is getting these paths made really wide. That way people have plenty of space to be out in nature without having to actually touch it. That's what people like. They like to be out in nature, but they don't really want to touch it, Okay, so that she's getting a little bit far away. I'm gonna step over here. Oh my gosh, what a good dog. She runs to me real happy. I say I appreciate it. Now remember I told you about this dog. She's gonna be traveling a lot. And moms are proud, right? So you can have the best well-intentioned mom in the world. She's got her dog in her little purse, her little haversack. But when her child is playing sports or driving a race car in this case, the mom gets distracted sometimes. So one of our primary long-term goals with this dog is that if you get distracted, if you're not paying attention not one bit, she doesn't go far. Everybody thinks that having a dog that's good off leash is about the recall. Recall's not even really that important. What's important is that the dog doesn't go far in the first place. I try to explain this to people all the time. What you want to do is raise a dog that makes good decisions. If you raise a dog that makes good decisions, you don't have to micromanage them and you can take them more places. When you take them more places, they make better decisions. The better decisions they make, the more places you take them. I mean, it's just a spiral. Very nice dog. Oh my gosh. And now I am aware if there might be a coyote coming up somewhere or a hawk or whatever it is, and I'm willing to defend my little dog at all costs for all you guys that email me and are worried about the coyotes. Okay, now look at here. We got it's another little obstacle set here. Come on, babies. You can do it. Up, up. You can do it. Come on. Don't take the easy way. Don't take the easy way. Come on. Take the hard way. You can do it. You a big dog. You gonna try to come over here? What if I do it with you? Come on, Yard. Come on, Yard, you can do it. Come on, you want a little help? Just a little bit of help. Very good. All right. Hey, listen. We're not just leaving. We're not just leaving. You're going to have to make some effort here. You're going to have to make a little bit of effort. Come on. Come on. Now, sometimes when you're working with a little dog, you'll think something's not a very big obstacle, you know, because maybe it's only knee high to you. But like if this obstacle was in like human terms, it would be up to my shoulders. So always try to have empathy for your dogs. That's one of the things I'm really, really into. You know, people oftentimes are fussing at their dogs when they just haven't, you know, they just haven't set a proper goal for a dog. Very nice. This is a lot harder than it looks, and I'm going to help her. And what we try to do in terms of help is we always help as much as needed, but no more than absolutely necessary. Very nice. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. All right, turn around. Let's see if you could. Oh, that's perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a good dog. Very nice. Now watch this. I'm just going to say good dog, and I'm going to walk away. Let her figure out how to get off there all on her own. What we do on our pre-adventure area is we try to like make the trails in such a way that it kind of guides dogs from activity to activity, you know? And I tell you how to know how well this works. Like if you ever go to a national park, watch how whenever the park rangers want to change the traffic patterns, they'll just take a little log and put over a trail, or they'll take some stones out of a walkway across a creek, you know, and just at least a little bit of it, little impediment will completely change the traffic patterns. Well, you can do the same things. Like if you have access to an area where you can be there a lot, and you want to let your dog off the leash, try to set up little areas that kind of shift the dog in the directions you want it to go. Okay, here's the easy way up, cameraman. Come on, pup. Oh my gosh, what a good adventure dog. You're a very good adventure dog. Now show them over there, cameraman. For those of you guys familiar with my YouTube channel, you know at my pre-adventure area I have the world famous brush pile challenge. But here at our actual farm, we have some really big brush piles, log piles. Okay, so over here, you can kind of get an idea of the bluff going down to the river. You can see across over there to the other county. Maybe next week, if I can talk the cameraman into wearing her other shoes, I can take you on some of the paths all the way down to the river. Come on, little dog. Now we've been walking quite a bit on this bluff and no coyotes yet. You guys would not believe when I made that small dogs, are they right for you video, how many people emailed me were worried about coyotes eating our dogs. They were like, Stonnie, I can't get a little dog. Coyotes will eat it. And hawks, whatever. And I was like, well, where do you guys live where the coyotes are just snatching up dogs? I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I don't think it happens as much as you read about on the internet. Another thing that happens when you get dogs out in their formative developmental stages is they learn about danger a lot better. Like see here, like on this bluff, you know, we have dogs sometimes kind of slide down this bluff and it's not too bad because it kind of goes like this and there's a lot of leaves and stuff. We have to keep these branches picked up. But like when you bring them out and they're young, the least little bit of an accident, it makes a really lasting impression with them. A lot of times people are so fixated on keeping their puppies, you know, pinned up in that, you know, 8 to 16, 16 to 24 week range, that by the time they get a chance to come out here in an area like this where the dog should be able to have fun, the dog, it doesn't know how to control its body. It has poor situational awareness. It has poor proprioception and, you know, makes bad decisions, gets itself in trouble. Okay? Protecting a dog or child from themselves too much, that generally doesn't work out very well. Come on. All right, we'll do one more little obstacle if we can. And then I'll wrap this video up. Basically, I just wanted to make the point, come on nerd. Basically, I just wanted to make the point that small dogs can be a lot of fun, and you can go do all the stuff with a small dog that you can do with a big dog. Now, am I trading in my labs for a Micro Doodle? Well, no, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I don't like little dogs, and the older I get, the more I like them, because see what I just did there? Where I just picked that dog up and I put it on this tree? I can't do that with No Name. You know, he's a big, heavy dog. Like, but I can do it with her. I can put her in my sack, right? I can haul her around on the tractor. It's just a lot of stuff I can do, and I enjoy spending time with this little dog. She's very fun. She's very adventurous. She's a big dog in a small dog's body. And so I have a lot of fun with her. So if you're worried that a little dog can't do stuff, can't have adventures, can't be a good partner, can't even being a good guard dog. Look, I mean, where I live, like, people don't need dogs to go bite people. People need dogs to say, hey, somebody's here, get your gun. Okay? So, like, for me, a dog that size that I can take with me everywhere, all she's got to do is bark and tell me somebody's after us, and I'll take care of the rest. So I think she can even be as good a guard dog, maybe a better guard dog than a big dog. Because it's never too much trouble to put her in the truck. Sometimes it's too much trouble to put Trump or Slick in the truck. Those are big dogs. All right, well, listen guys, if you have any more questions about little dogs, put them in the comment section below. And if you would like to know any more about our adventure area or how we're clearing our adventure area or how we maintain it, listen, I really like tractors. I really like equipment. You know, I think I'm gonna put that on my B channel, but I wish some of you would ask me questions about my tractor, because I have so much footage of doing cool stuff with the tractor, and I'm afraid the dog people just don't like it enough, you know. So help me out, you know, post in the comment section below and tell me that you would like to see at least a little bit of tractor footage and make my day. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Come on, babies, let's go.